Accounting and its necessity. The first lesson. Listen. But before starting this particular lesson, you should know the importance of the lesson as well as the content of the lesson and the impact on the paper by this lesson. Keep listening, Pute. First, this lesson can be treated as the foundation or the basis of accounting. This lays the basis of subject. This lays the foundation of the subject. If you do not have a solid knowledge on this, you would not have a good foundation. Definitely, if you are not studied this lesson properly, by advanced level 2026 commencement, you will be here. Such an important lesson. If you have not studied here, definitely you have to cover it from the next batch. Secondly, we have to discuss about the content of the lesson. This lesson talks about basic theories of the lesson, subject rather. Basic theories of the subject. For example, what is accounting? What is the purpose of accounting? What are the types of information? What is accounting information? What is an asset? What is a liability? What is an equity? What is an income? What is the expense? You will be doing these kinds of very important terminologies. So, thirdly, we have to discuss about the impact on the paper by this particular lesson. Actually, when you come to paper, you know, you will be having two papers. Under the second paper, there won't be a question under this lesson. No question whatsoever. You know, second paper basically gives on sums, right? So here no sums actually. But when you come to the first paper, out of 50 questions, most of the questions are given on this lesson, right? Not a joke actually. Out of 50 questions, sometimes examiner has given 10 questions on this lesson, sometimes. Not always. Sometimes they have given 8 questions on this out of 50 questions, first paper. So that is very, very important from that point also. First, we need to discuss about the definition of accounting. Take down definition of accounting. Definition of accounting. Definition of accounting. Listen, as you know, accounting is a global subject. Last week we knew it. Accounting is a global subject. All over the world, we can see this subject, same standard, same concept. And you could see accounting is a professional subject, accountant, chief accountant, so on. Professional subject. But then when you go to a reputed company, there you can see accounts division. Let's say you are visiting John Keel's Limited. There you can see accounts division definitely. Accounts department. If you visit Brandix, Masoldin, Hydramani, Haley's, Singer, Abans, wherever it is, you can see accounts department. Right. So this is a practical subject. In this department, you can see the staff. The head is known as accountant and assistant accountants. Thereafter, accounts clerks. So on. You can see staff in this department. So in this department, actually there is a process. Certain process. These people are very, very busy. They are always in this process. That particular process is known as accounting. So which occurs in a business. Accounting on one hand is treated as a process. Some people call accounting is a process of providing information to stakeholders. Such a serious process which occurs in the accounts department, right? So some people say accounting is a process of providing information to stakeholders. So that is the main purpose, main function, main objective of this subject. These people are very busy for the purpose of providing information to stakeholders. But this is defined like this under advanced level accounting. Keep listening. It says like this. Accounting is a process of identifying, collecting, recording, classifying, accounting input, which are of financial form of an entity, and summarizing, analyzing, interpreting, communicating information. So this is how this subject is defined. You have to by heart this, because this is a lengthy process which has several functions. If this is a process, that must have several functions. If this is a process, takes place in a business. This is a process, occurs in a business. So if it is a process, it must have several functions. So you have to by heart this. Later on, you will figure out the real meaning of this. Until then, you have to by heart. Accounting is a process of identifying, collecting, recording, classifying, accounting input of an accounting entity which are of financial form, summarizing, analyzing, interpreting, and communicating information. So you have to by heart this definition. But for the time being, we just try to figure out these terminologies one by one slowly today. Today itself, we are trying to figure out the meanings of these which contains in this definition slowly, right? Again, definition like this. Accounting is a process of identifying, collecting, recording, classifying, accounting input, which are financial form in an accounting entity, summarizing, analyzing, interpreting, communicating information. This definition you have to by heart. Again, I would say from word to word, we have to discuss slowly. But later on, you will realize the meaning perfectly. Today, we'll see the meanings as we can understand, right? Just by heart, first of all. Take down, though, using normal pen, though the accounting subject has been defined, though the accounting subject has been defined in multiple ways, following definition could be presented for advanced level studies. Now you can use a different color. The process of identifying, you have several functions. Identifying, collecting, recording, classifying, accounting input, which are of financial forms, of an accounting entity. We don't know the meanings of these words. We'll see, right? Accounting entity, of an accounting entity, and summarizing, analyzing, again, zing. Why? This is a process which has several functions, right? Summarizing, analyzing, interpreting, communicating information, right? You need to by heart this definition. If you can say the definition, you can present that definition without hesitation, right? Anyway, just try to by heart. I'm not checking one by one. Voluntary, you can present. You can understand process. Process means any kind of situation where we have a lot of functions. Process or has functions. Process of identifying, collecting, recording, classifying. We see the meanings of these words in a bit. accounting input, which are financial forms of an accounting entity, and summarizing, analyzing, interpreting, communicating information. Right. Anyway, tell me the final objective of this entire process: communicating information. Right. That is the final, first and foremost objective of this subject. Right. If you're ready, you can indicate, yes, sir, I can say the definition. Later also, you will be given chances. Now we are going to discuss about the meanings of these terminologies, right? However, you won't be able to understand these perfectly, right? But we'll try to figure out as we can for the time being, one by one. Right. I would like to start from accounting entity. The word accounting entity I will be discussing. Thereafter, I will be discussing financial form, accounting input, so on. We'll do one by one. Take down. Let us discuss about the meanings. Let us discuss about the meanings of terminologies or terms, meanings of terms included in the above definition. Terms included in the above definition. Right. Subtopic: accounting entity, also called accounting unit, accounting entity / accounting unit. Listen, accounting entity, right? Accounting entity. Example, let's say your brother is working in John Cales. It's an accounting entity. Your uncle is working in Mars Holding. It's an accounting entity. Accounting entity is the place where accounting activities are taken place. Let's say this is the business where you work. So this is treated as an accounting entity. Any place where accounting activities are taken place could be treated as accounting entity. This accounting entity may be a small scale business, sometimes may be a large scale business, maybe a private sector business, maybe public sector business, maybe profit making business, maybe non-profit making business, no matter. So any place where accounting activities are taken place could be treated as accounting entity. But then when we talk about accounting entity, there is accounting concept behind that. We'll talk about it later. Accounting concepts are coming under lesson number 5. Accounting concepts are coming under lesson number 5. Anyway, there is an accounting concept with regard to this accounting entity. We'll talk about it later. Louder. Accounting concepts are actually coming as lesson number 5. There is an accounting concept called entity concept. We'll talk about it later, right? First, take down about accounting entity, right? Any place where accounting activities are taken place, could be identified as accounting entity. This can be a profit-oriented business, such as sole trader, also called sole proprietorships, sole trader, comma, partnership. Limited liability company, sole trader, comma, partnership, comma, limited liability company, as well as a non-profit oriented business, as well as a non-profit oriented business, such as sports club, all accounting entities, sports club, welfare association, right? So accounting entity may be a business, right? Maybe profit making business, non-profit making business, whatever, right? But then now you should by heart definition of accounting entity, examples for accounting entities. After that, I will be discussing about entity concept, right, which is coming under lesson number 5 as well, right? Just go through again. Accounting, definition of accounting, easy. The process of identifying, collecting, recording, classifying, accounting input, which are financial forms of an accounting entity, means business, and summarizing, analyzing, interpreting, communicating information. Easy. Now, if you are willing to express the definition of accounting, you can get that chance. Like, right, good. What is the final objective of this the lengthy process? Communicating information, right? To whom? Our stakeholders, right? Under the special terminologies included in the definition of accounting, we discuss accounting entity. Go through it. Accounting entity. What is accounting entity and what are examples? That's enough. Don't try to by heart everything. What is an accounting entity? Any place where accounting activities are occurring, right? Example, sole trader, partnership, etc. That's enough, right? Accounting entity means business, isn't it? Right, business. Maybe sole trader, partnership, whatever. Right. But then, when we talk about accounting entity, we have to consider entity concept as well. Though that concept is coming as a separate lesson number 5, we have to discuss about entity concept slightly. But hey, before that, what is a concept? Last week we could see the meaning of concept. Sankalpa, concepts. Concept is commonly accepted principles. Some people say commonly accepted methods, concept. Commonly accepted assumptions, concept. Commonly accepted basis, concept. Commonly accepted method, concept, right? But that means even in Australia, New Zealand, UK, US, everywhere, these concepts are applied, right? Commonly accepted methods, right? But there is an accounting concept called entity concept. What is it? Entity concept. According to the entity concept, you have to believe that the business is a separated entity from all parties. Such an independent entity. Separated entity. Independent entity. Your business should be assumed as separated entity from all parties. For example, let's say this is the owner of the business. We have to assume that the business is separated even from its owners. Business is separated from all parties, even from its owners. Let's say owner comes and takes back money for his personal use. You have to record it also. Owner comes and take goods back to his personal use. Let's say the potatoes of the business, dry fish of the business. He takes back for his personal use. Got it also. Right. So such an independent, such a divine, such an independent entity. So this concept is known as entity concept. Right? Okay. Even if you're working in India, Sri Lanka, US, wherever it is, you have to believe that the business is separated from all parts. Just like subtopic, accounting entity concept. Accounting entity concept. Accounting entity concept. First of all, using your pencil, you can take down concept means commonly accepted principle. Later we'll talk about the correct definition. Just to know, concept is a commonly accepted method which has a separate definition which comes under lesson number 5, right? Right. Actual definition is like this. Accounting concepts are the commonly accepted principles applied by entities in identifying and measuring elements of financial statements. You don't need it. It is coming under lesson number 5, right? Right. For the time being, you just take down as what? Commonly accepted method, right? Now you can keep writing accounting entity concept. According to this concept, we believe, why is that? Concepts are commonly accepted methods. We believe that the entity, simply business, entity / business is separated. Entity or business is separated from all parties. Accordingly, it is assumed that the business is separated even from its owners. Accordingly, it is assumed that the business is separated even from its owners. Such a divine stuff. Example, when the owner takes back cash or goods, when the owner takes back cash or goods for his personal use, it is also recorded specially as, we call it drawings in singular, Ganili drawings. It is also recorded specially as drawings, right? Now you have to go through again. What is accounting? What is accounting entity? What is entity concept? What are the examples for entities? And what is an example for entity concept? So on. Everything you have to go through. Right. Give answers for these questions, please. Louder. Accounting definition. Say louder. Accounting is a process of identifying, collecting, recording, classifying accounting inputs which are of financial forms of an accounting entity, and summarizing, analyzing, interpreting, communicating information. So the first and foremost objective of this entire process is to communicating information, right? To whom? To stakeholders, right? What is an accounting entity? Any place where accounting activities are taken place. Example, sole traders, partnerships, right? What is accounting entity concept? We believe that accounting entity or business is separated from all parties, even from its owner. Give an example for an application of entity concept. Recording drawings, right? Right. Concept. What is a concept? Commonly applied principles, right? Or method, right? But the next subtopic, next terminology will be financial form. Financial form. Financial form. Putte. What is financial form? Always we think about the financial form of any sort of event. Listen, okay? Not a serious thing. Financial form means the measurability in terms of money. As an accountant, you have to think about the financial form. Think about the events which have financial form. Think about the events taken place in a business which have financial form. Financial form means you have to think about the measurability in terms of money. Let's say every year, voluntarily, you visit general hospital and help or you launch a program to clean in that hospital, right, by your company. So that is not having a financial form, right? That's a social activity. But if you have to spend rupees 100,000 in that activity, you have to think about it because it has a financial form, right? For cleaning staffs, you had to spend rupees 100,000. So you have to think about it because it has a financial form, right? So on, financial form means not a difficult thing, Ane, right? Financial form means the measurability in terms of money. But there is another accounting concept relating to this that is known as money measurement concept. Concepts are coming as a separate lesson number 5. But there is another accounting concept related to this that is known as money measurement concept. We'll talk about it later, right? Financial form means measurability in terms of money. This is not tested at the exam, just take down, right? Measurability in terms of money, measurability in terms of money could be known as measurability in terms of money could be known as financial form. Now we are talking about another concept called, what is that concept? Money measurement concept. Subtopic, money measurement concept. Are we going to finish off concepts also, sir? No. That is a separate lesson, right? Money measurement concept. But the money measurement concept. According to the money measurement concept, we believe that only the information that can be measured in terms of money should be presented through financial statements. Through financial statements, we have to present only the information which can be measured in terms of money. Things which cannot be measured in terms of money are not presented in financial statements. Example, owners' skills, managers' potentials, employees' experiences, we can't see in these financial statements, right? According to what concept? Money measurement concept, right? This is an important thing. Take down. According to this concept, we believe. Why is that? Concept is a commonly accepted method. We believe that only the information that could be measured in terms of money in terms of money should be presented through financial statements. Accordingly, things which do not have financial form, things which do not have financial form are not presented in financial statements. Example. Honors, skills. No, you can't see them in financial statements. According to what concept? Money measurement concept. Another example. Managers' potentials. No, you can't see them in financial statements according to money measurement concept. Employees' experiences. Right. Pute, before discussing the next topic, you can have a short break of 2 minutes. Right. Next subtopic. Accounting input. Pute. Accounting input. Accounting has 2 sections, financial accounting and management accounting. But normally accounting means financial accounting, right? Under normal circumstances, we use the term accounting for what? Financial accounting. Even we are in lesson number 1 to 13, accounting means financial accounting, right? But the accounting input, accounting is a process, no? Process, just like a machine. Accounting is just like a machine. There you can see a process with lots of activities, lots of functions. There is a process. Accounting inputs are the raw materials or data used to enter into this process. If accounting is a process, we expect financial statements as the output. Again, if accounting is a process, what do we expect? Let's say this is a machine. Accounting is a machine. What do we expect as the output of this machine? Financial statements, right? So accounting inputs are the raw materials or data used to enter into the accounting process in order to get financial statements or output called financial statements. Again, accounting inputs are the raw materials used to enter into the accounting process in order to get the output called financial statements, right? Pute, let's say you are visiting a bakery, right? Your uncle has a bakery. You go there, right? You ask, Uncle, can you see there something like this, uncle? White color, right? Uncle might say, aha, that is input for the input. When you closely see it, actually they use flour as input, isn't it? In accounting, we use transactions and events as inputs, right? So when you see carefully, What do we use as input? No, transactions and events, right? Right. Take down accounting input refers to the raw material used. Refers to the raw materials used to enter into the accounting process. To enter into the accounting process. In order to get output called financial statements. In order to get output called financial statements. If you say in order to get the output, that's better. In order to get the output called financial statements, right? Special note. When we carefully check, what do we use as input? Transactions and events. When we carefully check, it is the transactions and events. It is the transactions and events which are used as accounting input. We were talking about the terminologies included in the. We were talking about the meanings of the terminologies included in this definition, right? But suddenly we met another term, that is transactions and events, right? So after that, I'll be discussing about the rest of the words. Identifying, collecting, recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing, interpreting, communicating. Those are known as functions in accounting. Functions in accounting. What are functions in accounting? Louder. Identifying, collecting, recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing, interpreting, communicating. These are known as functions in accounting. Okay? Right. Before that, we have to talk about the term called transactions and events, right? Take down subtopic transactions and events. Transactions and events. Right. Mapita, keep listening. Transactions and events. Before that, give me an example for transactions and events. In advanced level accounting, we take both terms together, transactions and events. We don't break. This is a transaction, this is an event, so on. We don't break. In advanced level accounting, we take both together, right? We don't break. This is a transaction, this is an event, so on. We don't break, right? We take both together, transactions and events, just like a phrasal verb. Transaction and events come together, right? But example for transactions and events. Let's say purchasing motor vehicle for rupees 6 million. It's a transaction and events, right? Right. In short, you can say transaction, no problem, right? Right. Obtaining a bank loan rupees 3 million. Again, a transaction and event, right? Selling goods for rupees 75,000. Transaction and event, right? Purchasing goods for rupees 63,000. Transaction and event. Paying electricity bill rupees 12,000. Transaction event, right? But transactions and events are the incident which have following three characteristics. Incidents which possess all three characteristics are known as transactions and events. First one, financial form. Incidents which have financial form. Second one, incidents which causes a movement in assets or liabilities. In any incident which has financial form and which causes movement in assets or liabilities and which has the approval, management approval, right? If all these three characteristics are satisfied, we take it as transactions anyway, right? What are those three characteristics? Financial form, movement in assets and liabilities, management approval, right? Tell me whether these are transactions and events, whether you are entering into the accounting process, right? Paid electricity bill rupees 12,000. Yes or no? Yes, right. Received a bank loan rupees 500,000. Are you going to enter? Yes, right. Transaction anyway. Sold goods for rupees 75,000. Yes, you're going to enter. It is a transaction, right? Stocks worth rupees 55,000 were destroyed due to a flood. Are you going to enter into the accounting process? Yes. Stocks worth rupees 55,000 were destroyed due to a flood. You are going to enter into the accounting process. That has three characteristics. First one, financial form, movement in assets and liabilities, management approval, right? Telephone bill for this month, rupees 21,000, but still has not been paid, though we have come to the month end, we have not paid telephone bill. It was there, right? This is the telephone bill, right? 21,000. We have come to the month end, but not paid so far. Are you going to enter into the accounting process? Financial form is there, 21,000. Movement in assets and liability. Yes, there is a burden liability. There is a burden payable liability, right? And management knows these things, right? So don't check it, right? So I have a doubt, sir, whether the management has given the approval. We don't check it, right? Right. So it is entering as transaction and events, right? This is called unpaid telephone bill, accrued telephone bill. Unpaid telephone bills are also entering as transactions and events because that has all three characteristics, right? Louder. What are those three characteristics? Financial form, movement in assets and liabilities, management approval, right? Take down. Any incident which possesses or which has following all three characteristics could be recognized as transactions and events. First star mark. Financial form, second star mark. Movement in assets, liabilities. Movement in assets, liabilities, third star mark. management approval. Examples for transactions and events. Examples for transactions and events. Under that, you can give examples and write one by one. Just try to give an example. Yeah. Let's say purchased or bought goods for rupees 96,000. Right. Bought goods for rupees 96,000. Transaction. Right. Bought goods for rupees 96,000. Good. This one. Paid. School fees. Yeah. You have to think about business. Right. Paid, let's say, electricity bill. Right. Paid electricity bill. Rupees 15,000. Paid electricity bill, rupees 15,000. Transaction. Going to end. Your name, Buddha? Marisha. Marisha, you. Nituli. Natali. Example for transactions. Paid water bill, paid electricity bill, paid telephone bills. Right. Okay. Another example, this one. Bought a motor vehicle for rupees 5 million. Bought a motor vehicle for rupees 5 million. Your name? Give me. You. Senuli. You Natali. Right. Senuli. Example for transactions and serious example. Right. Electricity bill for the month is rupees 13,000, but it has not paid so far. That is also transaction. Electricity bill for the month was rupees 18,000, but not paid so far. Is there a financial form? Yes. Movement in assets liability. Yes. Your name? Virandi. Yes. Example for transaction. Very serious example. Right. Goods worth rupees 80,000. Goods worth rupees 80,000 were destroyed due to flood. That is also entering transactions anyway. Anukar. Example for transaction. Obtained a bank loan. Rupees 600,000. Obtained a bank loan. Rupees 600,000. Exercise. Take down exercise. Following information was extracted or was taken from JK Traders. Number one, sold goods for rupees 70,000. Sold goods for rupees 70,000. Number two, bought goods on credit. Bought goods on credit for rupees 40,000. Bought goods on credit for rupees 40,000. Number three, directors decided to get a bank loan of rupees 900,000. To get a bank loan of rupees 900,000 by the end of next quarter. By the end of next quarter. Fourth one. Owner argued that his talent should be shown in accounts For rupees 200,000. For rupees 200,000. Number 5. Management decided to increase salary. Management decided to increase salary by rupees 2,000 from next year. Next one. Number 6. Business recruited. When you take new employees, you call recruit, that is bandhavagani. Business recruited 10 new employees to the business. Business recruited 10 new employees to the business. Number 7, goods worth rupees 30,000. Goods worth rupees 30,000 were destroyed due to fire. Goods worth rupees 30,000 were destroyed due to fire. Next one. Business paid honors pharmacy bills. Business paid honors pharmacy bills rupees 8,500. Rupees 8,500. Next one. Number 9. Telephone bill for the period. Telephone bill for the period has not been paid so far. Has not been paid so far. Rupees 14,000. Rupees 14,000. Number 10. Business received a bank overdraft facility. Bank overdraft facility of rupees 200,000. Of rupees 200,000. You don't know about it, right? We'll talk about it later. Required. Number 10 may not familiar, right? Required. Under that, simple A. State 3 main characteristics of a transaction. State 3 main characteristics of transactions and events. 3 main characteristics of transactions and events. Simple B. State whether each of the above information are transactions and events or not. Are transactions and events or not. Mention the reason. Mention the reason where it is not treated as transactions and events. Right. You have to say answer. Answer. Say answer. Under that, simple A. Simple A. What is the question? State the main 3 characteristics of a transaction. Under answer, simple A. Show the main 3 characteristics of a transaction. Yes, you know it, right? Keep writing. 1, financial form. 2, you know, movement in assets, liabilities. 3, management approval. Simple B. Under that, you have to say whether it is a transaction or not. You can say yes, 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 no. If you say no, you have to mention the reason, right? Better say yes, no. Otherwise, you have to mention the reason also, right? Right. Number one, yes. Yes. Number two, yes. Number two, yes. Sure. Sure. Number one, two, yes, yes, right. What is number one? Ah, yes, yes. Number two? Right. What is it? Can't hear? Ah, yeah. Yes. Right. Number three? Yes or no? Yes or no? What is number three? Directors decided to get a bank loan by the end of next quarter. It is not a transaction because if your directors, if your management decided to get a loan by the next quarter, can you enter it? No. Why? We don't know whether the bank will accept our loan. Sometimes bank may not accept our loan. And also sometimes by the end of next quarter, we don't know what happens. Sometimes we may not get that loan by that time, isn't it? Right? So there is no moment in assets liabilities right now, right? If you get electricity bill or telephone bill, even though you paid or not, you are bound to pay some one day, right? But this is not like that, right? We don't know whether assets liabilities changes, right? Right. So no, answer no. Reason, there is no movement in assets liabilities right now. There's no movement in assets liabilities right now. Number four, yes or no? No, right, no. Why is that, Pute? There is no financial form in it, isn't it? Owner's talents, isn't it? No financial form in it. You have to say the reason, because there is no financial form in it. There is no financial form. Number five, Pute. Are we going to enter it into the... No, not a transaction event. We can't say exactly, Pute, we can't say whether there is a movement in assets or liability, because, hey, Pute, though we decided to increase salary, sometimes our employees might have left our business, right? So they might say, no, it is not sufficient. It is not sufficient. We leave the business. Then how can we pay? No. Other thing is, if we promise, are we supposed to pay? No, right? Just a promise, right? So just like electricity bill, are we supposed to pay? No, right? Just a promise, right? Answer, no, because there is no movement in assets or liabilities right now. As I heard this information, I gave the answers. Number four, I heard like owner's skill or talents, right? So that is not having what? Financial form, right? So that is not having financial form. But that is his argument. But we can't measure someone's skills, right? in terms of money, right? Although he says that worth 200 or 2 million, whatever, we know we can't measure in terms of money, right? So it is not entering, right? The previous one also, no reason, no financial form, right? Previous one also, no reason, no financial form. Sometimes he might argue, hey, it worth 2 million, to 20 million, so on. That is his argument. We know it cannot be measured in terms of money, right? Skills, right? Number 5 we did after that, isn't it? Right. Number 6, we recruited new employees. No, we are not entering it, right? Reason, no financial form. There is no financial form. Hello. මම ඉන්නවා විනාඩි 5කින් 10කින් තව. 5ක් තව. හරි. No financial form. That was number 6. Now number 7. Yeah. Can be entered. Yes. It is a transaction anyway. Yes. Next one. Business paid honors pharmacy bill. Are you going to enter it? Yes. Yes. Drawings. Right. Yes. Number 9. Yes. Rupees. Yes or no? Yes. Yes. We are entering it. Right. Everything is there. All sort of characteristics are there. We are entering. Number 10. Business received a overdraft facility. Pute, next week I will explain it. Anyway, we are not entering it in books, right? Reason is there is no movement in assets or liabilities right now. I will explain it next week. There is no movement in assets or liabilities right now. At the exam, if examiner gives you, Pute, business received a overdraft facility rupees 200,000. Are you debiting, crediting? No, we are not entering, right? Right. But the thing is, I have no time to explain it. Next week, I will explain, right? Right. Pute, can you remind me to next week it, right? To explain number 10, right? Okay. We'll meet again in the next week. God bless you.